6th grade, I had a lot of things like going on with my mom and her relationships and my own relationships. And it was like really tough for me because I was young, I guess. And like I really didn't know how to deal with a lot of that stuff. My mama, she had rough relationships with men, and like they was arguing, and I didn't really like that too much because it sounded like they was fighting, but I didn't go out there because if I would have went out there, then I would have been fighting too. So I just stood up, got real tall and big with the mom. Like, you want to? I was so serious. Like I was like, you want to touch my mama? And I pushed the wall, and it was like. Then they came in and was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh. It didn't really get to that point very much yet. Like it didn't start not working until like I got this assignment in my class. My teacher was Miss Davis. She gave us this assignment, and it was like basically we had to write a poem, and it had to be realistic, and then I had to write a poem about myself and about how certain things made me feel. And once I wrote that, it like lifted like a big weight up off my shoulder, and then just ever since then it felt better than punching a wall. At first I didn't really like, cause I never really like talking to people about how I feel. Like I never even like talking to my mama. I like even my best friends, like they'll ask me what's wrong and I just keep walking, or whatever I was doing I just ignore them. But then like when she gave me that assignment, I started writing. If I'm mad, I won't punch a wall, or if I'm sad, I won't cry. I just sit down and start writing. And then it make me a lot more happy than I am. Like if you know me, you see me smiling all the time. You'll never catch me with attitude. My favorite poem that I wrote is called Letters to the Streets. And it's about basically gang violence and like gun violence.
To whom it may concern. This world was not meant for these things, we made it. Only if someone can admit to the wrong we have done, we as in more than one.
Edgar Allan Poe is one of my biggest inspirations. My favorite poem by Edgar Allan Poe was Annabelle Lee. And not only because it was about love, but it was like about how far he would go. But Annabelle Lee, she was like his wife, and she died. And she died of a disease, and she died in her sleep. And like the poem was so deep because he went to the point where he said that he laid next to her in her grave. And he laid there every night. He went to sleep with her while she was in her grave. And like I just feel like that's so deep. Like that's like that line right there can like do something to your spine, like send chills down your spine, like send you to a place that you never thought you would go before.
Well, maybe things could change if we all come together as a team, because you know things can't change with just me. So let's make this world safe. Let's do what we have to, even if we have to have a slow pace. Either way, let's make it so we can see a better day. Then will we all be able to say, today is a much brighter day than yesterday. From that concerned girl walking these wild streets, Jessica.